hero searching for redemption or a villain consumed by violence. It's the story of a mother forced to become the version of herself she once buried. Set against the harsh, indifferent beauty of South Africa's rural landscape, the film pulls us into a world where survival is both intimate and brutal. Jessica's return to the battlefield isn't about glory, it's about memory, consequence, and the cost of staying alive when the past refuses to die. And to unpack this film, we'll be joined on the line by the director, Alastair Orr, and the lead actor, Richard Lukunku. We saw the trailer off air on Stekinako's platform on social media.
Yes.
And I said earlier, I love movies like these. Action, guns, survival. Oh, yes, survival. For the most part, it's usually a guy who's leading it. Such a movie, a guy is leading it. He's either trying to find his way back to his daughter or whatever the case may be, and he has to survive. We have a female leading this movie. And just looking at the visuals, she was within the action. She kicked some can I say that?
Donkey. She kicked the donkey.
She kicked some donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah, to further unpack this movie and to tell us a bit more about it, so you can go and check it out in the cinema near you. We are joined by director Alastair Orr and the lead actor Richard Lukunku. And I'll start off with you, Alastair. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to The Upside. What was the inspiration to create Hunting Jessica Brok?
Hey, how's it, guys? Thanks for having us on the show. Like the inspiration kind of it wasn't, one day I woke up and decided, hey, let's make this movie. It was like a culmination of a lot of life experiences that, and fortuitous events and like a long filmmaking path that got me to this journey. Like this is the 6th film that I've made. So I've kind of been building up to make something of this size for some time, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to make like an action movie like Rambo or Terminator, something I grew up with, and like we felt that isn't really being made anymore. It's all these Marvel movies and, Star Wars and, all these things with green screen, and they're cool, but they're not making these hardcore, awesome action movies that they were made in the 80s and the 90s.
It looks absolutely exciting, and I just want to get a sense from Richard. Richard, you were just born. You were born for this, okay? You obviously you've got the height, you've just got the stature, and you absolutely killed it. How did you actually prepare to portray this character? And you'll just tell us the name of the character, but it looks deeply complex because it's neither a traditional hero, but it's also not a villain. But it's definitely someone that is shaped by survival. Tell us more.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having us on. I think that from the onset, it was really and thank you for your question. From the onset, it was really the script. I had, everybody, the script was great, but my dialogue was really amazing. I really enjoyed it. And the thing is that as an actor, you always want to have that. We always want to talk a lot, but when you are speaking on screen and the dialogue is fantastic, you really have like a ocean to work with. So it really started from the script, and then I really wanted to make it authentic and to play to the humanity, to play to Lazar's humanity. So I felt that the only way to really start for this character was internalizing everything. So to start from the inside. So I started exploring like revenge, hatred, when you're so upset. Also, the world that he's in, it's really a world of sending a message. And this young lady came and they're supposed to be the bad guys of the underworld, and she took away their brother and they didn't do anything. And he has dialogue there where he says, for 12 long years, everybody's been waiting to see what the IPACs were going to do, you know, and finally now we're going to show them, you know, to get back the respect. So I wanted to really, so those words, you can't say those words and act it, you know, you really have to feel, you know, you really have to be honest about like what it took, you know. So I really started from the inside, and then I worked my way out onto the outside and onto his physicality and his accent and his voice, you know. Yeah. But it started with the script. The script was fantastic.
Well, we're talking all things Hunting Jessica Brok. We are joined on the line by the director Alastair Orr and one of the lead actors, Richard Lukunku, who plays Lazar IPACs. I want to find out a bit more about the stunt and the coordination, because it's such an action-filled movie, Richard. But we'll continue the conversation right after this.
Gender-based violence is destroying lives and tearing communities apart. It happens in homes, in schools, at workplaces, and too often in silence. But it doesn't have to continue. If you see it, speak out. If you are hurting, reach out. Because doing nothing is not an option. Listen to all 19 SABC radio stations from Wednesday, 23rd of July for hard talk, discussions, advice, dramas, educational shows, and interviews around GBV with experts, survivors, lawmakers, and the whole country affected by gender-based violence. For all your favorite SABC radio stations, call 0800 428 428 to report abuse or get help. GBV, it ends with you. This message is brought to you by the SABC. Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can get it on the upside.
24 minutes after 3 p.m. Central African time, bless you. This is The Upside on Channel Africa, the African perspective, and we are talking all things Hunting Jessica Brok. Have you seen the movie yet? What did you think about it? Let us know on our WhatsApp line, +2763 406 9126. We're joined on the line by the movie's director, Alastair Orr, and lead actor, Richard Lukunku. I'm going to take this one to you, Alastair, because earlier during the intro, I said that you made Jessica appear as neither a hero nor a villain. Why was it so important for you to keep her in this sort of gray area?
Yeah, like we wanted to balance it out. No one is truly good and no one is truly evil. So we wanted to create we knew that, you know, we could throw as much action as we possibly could at the screen, but if you don't feel and for this character, you fail. You know, it's like you're not going to feel anything if there's an explosion happening and she's in peril, but you're not connected and you're not engaged with her. So we had to give her flaws, and unfortunately people are three-dimensional where they're not, but most people do play in this gray area.
Just to find out about the film setting, because as I understand it, it's in a rural landscape in South Africa, which already that gives a personality. But talk to us about how that location has influenced how you tell the story, and just the visual. I mean, it visually is also, it grabs me as the viewer. So talk to us about the location.
Yeah, so we wanted an environment that felt really lived in. Like, we didn't want a synthetic, artificial world, and it was luckily that we didn't have the budget to build it anyway, so we had to go and find it in real life. But yeah, we found it in a game farm just outside of Johannesburg, and yeah, it had everything we needed, you know. But it would mean like the actors, they were running through thorn trees, they were running through rivers, they were, you know, every day they were hurting themselves. This environment was not a pleasant experience, and on top of that, we had rain in winter, so we were cold and wet. And I think it's something that just like really shows up on screen. Like, it really made the actors feel like they're performing in a real lived-in environment, and I think it shows in the performances.
Right.
Richard, talk to us about your stunts. Did you have to do any stunts yourself, or did you have a stuntman? Was there a budget for you to have a stuntman? I want to know. Did you fully immerse yourself in the character? Did you roll around on the grass, get pricked by the thorns? Tell us about your stunts.
Yeah, there was budget for a stuntman, but I chose to do my stunts. But no,
okay.
for real. Yeah. No, I think that we trained very well. We had a great stunts team, so they made, even though the environment, like what Alastair was saying, the environment was challenging, but it really added to the performance, because just to the feeling for the actor, like to feel like he's in that world, he's present, and hopefully it shows in the performance. So the stunts team really made safe, except for, in the movie where Danica has to step on a thorn, that was really like a safe environment. There wasn't anything that wasn't checked before the actors climbed into or went onto set, So it was great being in the environment, in the bush, but everything was made safe, Yes, it was cold. Yes, it's challenging, but those guys live challenging lives. They live in the bush. They constantly hiding from authorities. They live a dangerous life. So I think for the truth of that, it was important for it to be set in that environment. So. But it looks so great because the team made it look great. The stunts guy trained us properly, and we also took this on seriously. It wasn't a joke for us. We really wanted to represent these people properly. So we took it on and we ran with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed when you watch it, because it's a thrilling ride, and it was like that on set too. It was a thrilling ride on set. So yeah.
It looks really thrilling. And for somebody like me who really is not immersed in film at all, I saw the trailer and I'm thinking, I'm going to see it. I'm going to go watch it because the cinematography, it calls my name. So I'm definitely going to go watch it. Alastair, just very quickly, lastly from you, talk to us about where we can catch the film. Is it online? Is it on circuit?
Yeah, so the film is showing countrywide and cinemas everywhere. New Metro, Ster-Kinekor, everywhere. Yeah, please go and support. And don't go watch it because it's a South African film. Go and support it because it's a cool film. Like, we want to be measured on the standards of our peers overseas. We don't want to be seen as a charity case. We want to show like, we can play with the big boys. And yeah.
All right. Hunting Jessica Brok is currently out on circuit. Go check it out in your nearest cinema, whether it's a New Metro or a Ster-Kinekor. To the both of you, gentlemen, Alastair and Richard, thank you so much for your time this afternoon on The Upside. It's 30 minutes after 3 p.m. Central African time. Let's get the final sports bulletin with Musibudi Makura.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African Perspective.